It's been reported today that several Premier League clubs have filed a complaint to the PGMOL accusing Arsenal of using the dark arts in football. And many of you guys are wondering, like, what are these dark arts? What is the definition, right, of dark arts? I've gone online and I've searched up for you guys so you don't have to do it. So the dark arts, right, says is to help give ultra competitive managers and street smart players an unfair competitive edge that prevents their opponents from performing at their optimal level. Masters of the dark arts know how to bend the rules to deceive, to con, and ultimately to negatively affect their opponents. So these dark arts, guys, basically, I mean, you've seen it before. Like an example of it is like a player diving, trying to get the other guy sent off, or even like trying to win a penalty. Even, right, for me, like, this is a sneaky one. You know, when like there's a right back at the other side of the pitch and the substitute bench is literally like the dugout is on the other end, and they're gonna walk across the field, right, for them to waste time rather than getting out by the closest byline to them, so the substitute player can come on a little bit quicker, again, to waste time. Or even like a goalkeeper try to literally taking his sweet time, right, to pick up the ball from the ball boy. Just those little like minor like things, guys, that just literally waste time, right? And Arsenal fans, please do look away right now, because I have dug up, right, a chart basically explaining the biggest time wasters, and this is from Opta. So Opta, like, they know their football stats. They are in the streets. They like they know what they're doing, bro, when it comes to stats. Even like most goal scores, yellow cards, like who's got the ball, the least time. That's how deep, right, Opta go into it. So they've done a chart of the biggest time wasters in football. So Premier League average delay times, and Arsenal is at the top of it. Arsenal, right, are at the top, and they just barely beat out Leicester, I think, by like 1/10 of a second. So Arsenal, right, like their average delay time is 31.8 seconds, while Leicester are on 31.7 seconds. Man City are all the way down, right, in 16th with 25.4 seconds. So it's just for me, it's not giving it's not shining a great light, right, on Arsenal. But everybody does this. Like, for me, once again, like all Premier League teams do this, even like around the world, especially Atletico Madrid for me is a team, right, that pops up in my mind the most. And bear in mind, guys, this chart is for the 24-25 season. So if you think about Arsenal, like with Arsenal, they've had like 2 red cards so far. VAR checks for those red cards with Declan Rice and Leandro Trossard, so that maybe is adding onto that too, because that's what the Metro said when I was looking at this article too. So one example, right, of a team using a dark arts back in the day, I think it was Chelsea around 2015, when John Terry he spoke about this, I think, in like a Monday Night Football episode. This was like 2-3 years ago, right? He said that when Jose Mourinho was their manager, he would basically tell them that if Chelsea were winning 1-0, he would say that Gary Cahill and John Terry, right, to bump into each other, and then for them to go on the floor, and the referee would have to stop play there, so that it's literally alleviating pressure off the Chelsea defenders. Guys, like, why is everybody like shocked and surprised by this? Everybody does it, bro. I'm pretty sure that my team, right, Manchester United, have done it before, where we've actually time wasted before. I don't know why like this is all of a sudden a brand new thing. I think for me, like, this is just showing like how much of a problem that like Arsenal are right now in the Premier League, because they were close as well to beating Man City using these dark arts, and a lot of teams, right, would do a lot of dark arts to win. Come on, it's just the plain truth. So later on, right, Mikel Arteta was asked with him using these dark arts in that Man City game, and he's quoted saying, right, we had to play that game. We were thrown in a very different context, and we did what every team does. We were in that same situation with Granit Xhaka after 38 minutes, and we lost 5-0. We'd better learn. If not, I'd be thick, very thick. And I agree with Mikel Arteta. I do, bro. Like, for me, right, and it just shows that he's learning from his mistakes, bro. Like, if you're 10 men down at the Etihad Stadium, Lions Den, dude, like, you're winning 2-1, bro. You park the bus, do whatever you must, right, to win that game. And for me, Arsenal, they did the best they could. They genuinely did the best they could, because when that game, right, like especially in the second half, I thought it was good. I thought also we were gonna lose like 4-2. I was thinking that Man City were gonna actually batter him like when they were 10 men down, right? But shout out to Arsenal, bro. Like, these dark arts thing for me, it's worked out for them. You know what I mean? It's worked out for them. Right, so below that Arteta quote from Reddit, so many football fans have reacted to this whole thing, right, of Arsenal using a dark art. So I just want to show you a perspective and comments, right, from what all the fans all across the Premier League to what they think of this guy. So a Thrower account says, saying this right after they faced the club with 115 charges is a bit wild. Don't think the dark arts was the most concerning part there. When Pickford picks up the ball, I know I can go to the toilet, grab a drink from the fridge and be back in time by the time he stands up again, but I guess Arsenal is the problem. Wolfrest says, Arsenal have been too soft for years, opting for a nice looking progressive football over gamesmanship. Arsenal fans have been debating whether the team should play more cynically ever since the tail end of the Wenger years. They start using a bit of gamesmanship, not even that much relative to the likes of City, Newcastle, Wolves, Villa and many other teams, and that have relied on time wasting and filthy play over the years, and suddenly they are the Night King and White Walkers or something. Total wind up. I agree with that. I agree with that one. And the final one from Semi Square, a Chelsea fan says, what have Arsenal done to piss off Prem ref so much? Literally every team does dark arts consistently. Did these guys even watch the Stoke game on the Pulis back in the day? I usually roll my eyes when Arsenal fans talk about an agenda against them, but this is legit getting ridiculous. So yeah, that's it, guys. I'm glad, right, that there's actual football fans out there that use common sense. Even Chelsea fans are agreeing, right, with Arsenal fans saying that, listen, like there might be a little bit of an agenda. I'm a United fan saying this as well, because like this is the first time I'm pretty sure I've seen a report about a Premier League team, right, using dark arts while every team in the Premier League uses it. Bro, like the Premier League is very competitive, guys. Like a lot of teams, right, will do their best to one up each other because they want to stay in the Premier League. It's a very prestigious league, guys. You get what I mean? So for me, once again, this thing about Arsenal using dark arts, fam, some voodoo magic stuff is nonsensical, very nonsensical, right? But please, guys, tell me in the comments down below how you feeling about this. Is Arsenal the worst team for using the dark arts in the Premier League, or Arsenal right now wrongfully accused? Maybe Man City or were just too rattled with the result over the weekend, because how Arsenal frustrated them with that the defensive display. Please, guys, comment down below. But I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.